I built multiple 7-figure businesses using this one particular method that I call a hand luggage business, or in other words, a backpack business. And I cover 3 stages as to how I've done it and how you can do it too in this very video. And my name is Lucas, and on this channel we talk about how you can build your online business using AI, leveraging these tools, as well as using the best and the latest strategies to make sure that you scale and grow your wealth and freedom. Today's video is going to be a little improvised. As you see, I am here in Bangkok and we have some videos scripted and ready. And then I thought, as I'm packing, that could be of most value. What I realized would be a good lesson and a good video, that is having your business in a backpack. I started building up my backpack business, hand luggage business in other words, here in Bangkok. So it was 7 years ago. I was living in Bali, I came over to Bangkok. It was really the very first online asset that I was about to create, and it happened here. And I remember thinking, well, that doesn't make sense. I want to be at the pool. I want to be going out and about, seeing Bangkok, having fun. I don't want to be glued to my computer screen, constantly having to be paid by the hour. In that very moment, I think a year ago, I had joined Kajabi, this online platform for hosting your online courses. And they had just sort of started. I joined it as a founder, meaning that I got an amazing discount on the membership. At the time, I could barely afford that sort of thing, but the price was just insanely low, and it's 10 times more now. So I joined it, and I remember sort of just browsing through the features, and one of the features was obviously hosting your online course and then dripping the classes. And in my niche, in my market, teaching English to Eastern Europeans at the time, I thought, okay, well, nobody's doing it. Why don't I do an online course? And I love doing things fast, and that's not necessarily the best approach, but I always feel when you have an idea, when you want to put out an asset, when you want to build an online business, you can't just sort of sit there and sort of ideate forever and 20 days filming an online course and then another 3 months editing it and then realize nobody's buying it. But I literally went through the classes I had taught to my students live on Zoom. I sort of edited out the best part of each class. And so I threw everything together. I put it on Kajabi and I had a small list, and I sent an email out to them. And the first, I called it English on the Go or something like that. And I put it out, and I sold, within the first day, I sold a thing 20, 30 courses. It wasn't much. It was at $70 or $90, can't remember. But it was still a substantial amount of money. I mean, for that amount of money, I would have had to teach quite a few classes in order to get to the amount. And that was the first thing that really set me off, that really proved to me that this thing works, that it can work, and I can actually build an online business whilst traveling the world, have it in my hand luggage. I did this in Bangkok, and then I was traveling with my ex, and he at the time, I sort of organized this trip, and out of Bangkok, we go to Japan, and Japan obviously proved to be very, very expensive. And that's within a couple of month period. And I'm thinking, in Japan, I have this asset, right? It's selling an online course, but then I'll have to keep selling it time and time again, right? I'll have to keep advertising it and selling it. And if I don't advertise it, it also stops. The cash flow does stop. What I did was also perusing in Kajabi and going through all the features that it has. I saw that it had this membership feature, right? A subscription feature. And I do talk about it in the videos, but I'll say it again. It was a seminal moment because it sort of changed my thinking, right? And I remember looking at that subscription thing, and I thought to myself, well, if I could sign up 50 of my students, paying me the $10, right? I mean, it's not a groundbreaking amount of money, but it is money when we are there in Japan and everything is costing a lot. I set up a membership. I just put it together. I did a sales page, filmed a video, I put that out, and then I sort of advertised it later on, and I started getting my first students. And this is how this backpack hand luggage structure started evolving. So I have a digital asset that I'm selling. Then I have a membership, a subscription model that I also have that people sort of can come into. Then I have recurring revenue. And then it leads into, at the time, one-to-one. And what I was able to do then, because of the first 2 assets, I was no longer selling my one-to-ones as sort of an English teacher at the time, because people have a sort of sense of familiarity, they know you, they trust you, and they're willing to pay much, much more than to any other English teacher. So that's what I did. I started increasing the prices to one-to-ones, and before I knew, I had this whole system and structure. Then I replaced one-to-ones with groups, and later on, I replaced groups led by other teachers, completely extracting myself from this sort of bottleneck activity in the business, sort of starting to release more businesses. So completely extracting myself from this activity, then starting to also think, can I get other teachers to create these online courses? Can I get other teachers to contribute to the membership? Can I hire a team member to help me run the whole thing? And this is how the first structure of the hand luggage business or backpacking business evolved. We always use the same structure. I don't think it's like the best structure. I think there are many more people who come up with better models, things that convert better, that work out better for them. They may be selling high ticket or whatever that is. But this really worked for me. And I really think of creating your hand luggage / backpack, whichever concept resonates with you more. It's really like building a real estate asset, meaning that if you have built up a building that you're going to rent out, each of these blocks and apartments is going to be generating you like what, $1,500, $3,000, $5,000 a month, right? Like, and you want to be filling up each of these flats. So that's kind of the same concept with digital assets. You have an asset that you now need to fill up, you now need to sell with zero investment. So now, sitting here in this room 7 years ago, again in Bangkok, and I realized that by now, I come here, I can take some time off, I can enjoy Bangkok, I can afford to enjoy Bangkok, and anything else that I decide, because I have this security net behind me of multiple digital assets, diversified across multiple countries. And what's most important here is also that with having created so many passive assets, or assets that are run by the team, and you are also liberating your time, freeing your time, which then allows you to continue constantly creating new ones. And I'm constantly researching and learning what could be the next thing that I could go into. Now, if you found this video of inspiration, a while back I did a video on 10 principles that actually helped me build this whole thing and actually elevate the whole business to another level. And I break down these principles in great detail, explaining how and when and what I did and how you could be doing and applying these principles in your own business. So click on the video appearing now on your screen and continue watching. I'll see you very soon.